Hello YouTube, my name's Nero, and today we use some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, playing a bit of Uplink here on the map Comeback. This was actually during Double XP weekend, as well as it was during the Comeback 24/7 playlist. So it's basically random game modes on Uplink. Well, actually, I think there's only like 4 set game modes: Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirm, Domination, Hardpoint, and Uplink. I think are the 5 game modes. I could be wrong. There might be one more game mode somewhere in there, but those are basically game modes you end up playing. We didn't play a whole lot of Uplink. Usually, when Uplink came up in the rotation, everyone's just like, "Don't vote for Uplink. Nobody wants to play Uplink." But we ended up playing a game of it here, and I actually had a pretty good game. I haven't played a ton of Uplink. I really haven't. I've played literally, I could probably count on one hand the amount of times I played Uplink here in Advanced Warfare so far. So it was kind of a fun little bit of an experience. I liked it. It was kind of fun to play. My team was working together pretty well. I was playing with some subscribers in this, and yeah, we ended up doing pretty good. I had a good game, and I thought it was pretty enjoyable overall. I even get to score some points even. It was pretty cool. I definitely kind of enjoyed that. Today I want to talk to you guys about the new DLC, the Havoc DLC that is going to be coming out tomorrow, January 27th. If you have Xbox Live, sadly, if you're a PlayStation player, you're not going to be having that probably until maybe next month sometime. But still, the new DLC is going to be coming out tomorrow, in which we can learn all the things we're going to learn about the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Havoc DLC. It's going to be nice, man. All the maps are going to come out, and what I usually do here on my channel is every time a new DLC comes out, I do walkthroughs of all the maps in a private match. But basically what I do, if you guys haven't been on my channel, like for Call of Duty Ghosts or for Black Ops 2 or anything like that, basically what I do is when new DLC comes out, I walk through all the maps in a private match and just kind of walk through and show you like every square inch of the map and just kind of look as to how it's laid out, how it looks, all the things, all the features of the map. We end up going through all of that, which is definitely kind of nice. This is a bit different because we're also going to be having the Exo Zombies, which hopefully is definitely going to be awesome. I'm hoping to be able to make a lot of cool videos about that. I'm hoping it's going to be everything we want it to be, right? I'm hoping that Exo Zombies is going to be just like the Treyarch Zombies. It's going to have the same kind of feel, same kind of fun factor that Treyarch Zombies has always kind of had. We've seen that you can buy weapons off the wall. We've seen that you can buy perks. We've seen that there is basically the equivalent of a mystery box within that DLC. We've seen that because it's basically going to be a 3D printer, which I thought that was really clever that they end up doing that. It works a lot better within the story, within like the frame of the story, the idea of like a 3D militarized printer. That sounds kind of like a cool idea. So it has a lot of zombie features. We just have to find out, is it going to be survive infinite rounds, or is it going to be like Exo Zombies, or Exo Survival, excuse me, where you basically have to just survive X amount of rounds, then you basically win or something like that. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if that's going to end up working out that way. I'm definitely excited to be making some videos about that. The new DLC is coming. It's coming, as well as a title update. If you guys didn't know, it's actually going to be an update. Assumably, it's going to be, hopefully it's going to be for the PlayStation and the Xbox One with this next update. Hopefully, it's going to be like that, but chances are it's probably just going to be for those, and then won't be for the Xbox 360 or the PlayStation 3. Good God, they're dropping the ball so hard. They are dropping the ball so hard with that, man. Did you guys know, those guys that play on the Xbox One or perhaps the PlayStation 4, are you aware that the System Hack update is still not out on the last gen systems? It's still not there. It's not there at all. It just hasn't been updated yet. It still hasn't gone through, and we're about to get another update, which is going to be like rebalancing weapons and things of that nature. We're going to be getting that update, a new update tomorrow with this DLC, whereas the people on the PlayStation 3 and on the Xbox 360, they're still 2 updates behind. Sledgehammer Games, man, Sledgehammer Games really dropping the ball. Advanced Warfare, one of those games that is super innovative, right? Super innovative. They tried out, they took a lot of risks. It has so much potential, this game. So much potential. But Sledgehammer forgot the freaking fundamentals of making a video game. They forgot all the fundamentals when it comes to putting together a good video game, right? We saw all the glitches. We saw all the glitches when the game first came out. People getting like inside and outside of the maps and things like that, like being able to glitch into walls. We saw a ton of that. The leaderboards were completely broken. You look at the search and destroy glitch and the domination glitch and just the infinite amount of glitches that this game has had. It's had one of the worst launches ever. Awful, awful, awful launch. Things just did not work. Did you guys know that they're just handing out camos for free? I've had a lot of people tweet me pictures of this, and I saw it myself because I now have royalty camo on my AE4, even though I've never earned like anything for my AE4 in terms of camo. So it's kind of crazy. The game just has so many bugs, so many glitches and things like that. It just really feels like Sledgehammer Games really kind of forgot the fundamentals of putting together a very, very good game. And one of those core fundamentals is making sure all your platforms actually get updates at the exact same time, not have a certain platform or 2 platforms being like 2 or 3 months behind the rest of the people, right? They forgot all all of that. It's like they spend so much time trying to like make this game fun and trying to make it innovative and trying to meet expectations in terms of esports and in terms of the player base and trying to make it so all the maps work with these new exosuits when they forgot really just the core fundamentals of making a good video game that just works. Just works. Look at the weapon balance in this game, man. They do not have, I don't think they understand what weapon balance is. I said on Twitter and I'll say it here, with the update that's coming out tomorrow, the update that's coming out on the 27th here on Tuesday, right? The update that's coming out, we're going to learn a lot of things about Sledgehammer Games. We're going to learn a lot, and most notably, what we're going to learn from that update is whether or not Sledgehammer Games actually plays their own game. If Sledgehammer Games actually plays their own game, they're actually fans of Call of Duty, and they actually spend time in their own multiplayer, they're going to be doing some nerfs to some weapons. They're going to be buffing some other ones. Now, if the ASM1 and the Ball 27, they go unchecked, that answers all of our questions. It answers our question, no, Sledgehammer Games does not play their game, because there is not a single lobby you can get into that is not just completely and utterly full of those two guns. They are ridiculously broken, right? And you look at some other guns, they definitely need to be buffed. You look at the EPM3, you look at the TAC-19, both really need buffed. All the shotguns really, aside from maybe the Bulldog, really needs to get buffed. So we'll have to see what's going to happen with that update. We'll have to see if they're actually going to go ahead and do that update. But of course, tomorrow's going to be a big day. We're going to be getting that update tomorrow, as well as we're going to be getting the Havoc DLC, which I've heard some people say, and this is kind of an interesting idea. It could probably be a video of its own, but I'm just going to squeeze it in here towards the end of the video. A lot of people are saying that Exo Zombie shouldn't be part of the DLC. You shouldn't have to pay for Exo Zombie. Some people are saying that's what you should have had right from the get, right? Exo Survival was bad. Exo Zombie sounds like it's going to be good, so that should be what we should be getting for free, then maybe we should be paying for Exo Survival or something along those lines, right? Something along those lines. And I wanted to make a video about this. I figure I'll just cover it really quickly here. Video games are cheap. Video games are definitely cheap. If you look at the price of a video game and the sheer amount of content that you get for $60, it is crazy. The cost of value for entertainment, I've made a bunch of videos talking about this. Like, the dollar cost per hour of entertainment that you're getting with a video game is ridiculously amazing good value compared to something like going to the movies or anything like that. And honestly, I think we're all pretty lucky that game prices have not honestly gone up. They haven't gone up just a ton because these games are costing more and more and more and more to make and more to maintain, but yet they have not raised that $60 price. Do you know how they pay for all this extra stuff? You guys know? Huh? Microtransactions, DLC. Artificially, they're actually increasing the cost of the game by adding in all different kinds of DLC and microtransactions and things of that nature. That is the reason why games have not gone past that $60 price point. Of course, they're also going ahead. They're trying out some different things like that. They're trying out, let's see, for Call of Duty, like you get the Prestige Edition of Call of Duty. You can get that when basically it's going to cost you like $100. You get like a season pass built in with it, and you look at the fact that season pass is even a thing. Like, you just look at all the different kinds of DLCs and microtransactions that games have. Like, you look at Call of Duty here, all the different camos you can buy, of course the 4 map packs you can buy, things like that. There's a ton of stuff you can buy outside of just the base game, and that's where they make a good portion of their money, and that way they don't actually have to increase the price of their games. You look at how expensive a game like Call of Duty could be to make, you know, it's kind of ridiculous how expensive that is, right? So they're gonna have to have a lot of DLC. You see a lot of smaller games that have a ton of DLC in them, like tons of microtransactions, tons of DLC, things like that. The reason for that is because they're not like Activision. They're not Call of Duty. They're not Activision. They don't have like unlimited money, right? So they need to actually make a bunch of money. That's what they need to do. They make a bunch of money to be able to run their game properly. And so to do that, they need to do it with microtransactions and with DLC. And Call of Duty is kind of the same way. Call of Duty is a game that costs millions upon millions upon millions upon millions every single year to put out. They're putting these things out every single year, right? And there's tons of content there. You always got to make sure the servers are working, right? You always got to make sure, even though they had trouble with that this year, you always got to make sure servers are working. You always got to make sure people can connect to people very, very quickly. You gotta make sure the lag's not there. You gotta make sure the game is smooth. You know, that costs money, and that's how they end up paying for it. They end up paying for that via this DLC. If not, your Call of Duty games, your precious Call of Duty, would probably be like an $80 game. Maybe it's a $90 game, something like that. They would have if no DLC whatsoever were put into the game, then the game price themselves would have to go up. That's not just for Call of Duty. That's for every game out there, because every single game now has DLC. Every single game has a season pass, microtransactions, things like that. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel the video deserves. And tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow's the big day. I'm thinking I might just try and stay up throughout the day or throughout the evening here, so that when the update goes live, when we actually can start playing on these maps and we can start trying out Exo Zombies, things of that nature, I'll be right there at like 4:30 in the morning my time, and we'll be able to start recording some of that and start making videos of it. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll pull an all-nighter. Maybe I'll go to bed early. Chances are I won't, though, because I don't like going to bed early. I like staying up late. I'm a night owl. But regardless, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.